We all know that rush. You see something new, something shiny. You think this object is the answer. You click the button or you pick it up in the store, and for a moment, the future looks perfect. But then the excitement fades. The box sits in the corner, and slowly that new treasure just becomes weight. It becomes another thing you have to manage, clean, and worry about. We usually think we have a shopping problem, or maybe a storage problem. We look around our rooms and think, we probably need more shelves or more boxes to organize better our stuff. But actually, it goes deeper than that. The reason we keep bringing things in and the reason we struggle to let them go, it's not about the objects themselves, it's about who we're trying to be. If we look closely at things cluttering our homes, we may notice something interesting. We're not just buying clothes or gadgets or books. We're buying actually a fantasy. We're buying a version of ourselves that doesn't exist yet. Think about that fancy leather notebook that you purchased 3 years ago. It's beautiful, leather bound, and probably costs you a lot of money, but you've never written in it. Why? Because you're scared to ruin it. Or probably bought a fancy blender to make those healthy green smoothies every morning. These things are not clutter. They are promises we made to ourselves that we didn't keep. When we look around that unread book, we don't see just paper, we actually see failure. We see the person we wanted to be, the reader, the healthy person, the runner, the whatever. And we feel so bad and guilty because we're not that person yet. And for real, this is why shopping is so addictive. When you buy a running shoes, you get a dopamine hit of you feeling like a runner without actually running. You buy the identity instantly, but the object stays and the habit does not. And so our homes become full of these unlived lives. We're surrounded by evidence of all the things we haven't done yet. And this is very heavy on ourselves. It is a silent pressure. Every time you walk past that craft supplies you haven't touched yet, it whispers to you and says, you should be doing this. So it's like a mental to-do list that never ends. And you know, this is why we hold on to things just in case. We think, if I throw this, I will never become that person I always wanted to become. So it's like we're giving up our dream. So we keep that box, we keep those cables, we keep those clothes that never fit us, just in case in the future that version of ourselves will need it. But the truth that we miss is that clearing out these things is not giving up. It's actually an act of kindness towards ourselves right now. When we start to remove these things, these fantasy things, these guilt things, we stop living for a hypothetical future and start accepting our reality. We realize that we're enough today without all this clutter. You don't need a massive kitchen gadgets to be a good cook, and you don't need a fancy camera to be creative. And let's be honest, it feels a little bit scary at first. Seeing an empty space in an empty room feels uncomfortable. We're so used to filling every corner because silence and emptiness force us to sit with our thoughts. But in reality, that empty space is actually peaceful. It's a room to breathe. Instead of shopping to add more layers to our identity, we can actually declutter and remove things to reveal who we actually are underneath. We stop buying ourselves in potential and actually start living the present. So the next time you feel the urge to buy something to solve a problem, or you feel guilty letting something go, just pause and ask yourself, am I buying this for me or for a fantasy self of me? If you let that fantasy go, you might find that remaining person, that real you, and that is much lighter, much happier with less.